I think we up in here. Yo, yo, and we are live. What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Brandon D here. I got Cuzzo J.White up in the spot. Um, just wanted to lock in, man. You know, it's a lot of things that done went on. This man has a lot of accomplishments. We did things together. We did things individually. But just wanted to touch on some of those things. And most importantly, just drop jewels for people that's looking for information. You looking to start a business. If you an artist and you trying to figure some things out, you know, just want to be able to provide you with some shortcuts to get to that, man. So like I said, I got the man right here, Jay White. And I just want to run off some of his accolades. We started out selling CDs from the trunk of the car together. We landed a deal at Electric Records. So we went on to build Naps Crew Entertainment. So this man helped develop talent like myself, DJ E Sud, Tigo B, a lot of other people. Worked with Anthony Hamilton, BJ the Chicago Kid, managed at Street Exec Studios when they first took off. Went on to build Underground Rich Studios, the Rich Girl Museum, the Icy Rich Museum, and got the hottest clothing brand in the Carolinas, Carolina shit. You see it on both of us. And it feels like he's just getting started, man. And we, like I said, we got none other than Jay White. What up? What up?
It's good. It's good.
Coolin', man. So look, how does it feel to like hear all this list of accolades and accomplishments, man?
I really ignore the accolades, the accomplishments. I just keep going.
Yeah.
Keep it real.
Yeah. Well, still, but out of what you did here, like what is your proudest achievement?
Making it out the hood.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know. We damn came a long way, boy. That's seeing them crackheads walk past our crib.
For sure.
Getting arrested for just being black in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
That's the biggest accomplishment.
For sure. For sure. And so where did the inspiration come from this clothing brand? And did you expect to see it take off to the level that it's taking off?
The inspiration came from living in LA. You know what I'm saying? I used to wear a lot of Carolina hats. And I wanted people to know, you know what I'm saying, where I was from. Like, you know, when I step out in LA, I wanted a conversation to start because I had on some something that said I was from North Carolina, like a hat, a t-shirt. You know what I'm saying? Conversations would always start with just random people, like in random places. So when it was time for me to create a brand, I wanted to create something from that represents Carolina. And, you know, we always say Carolina shit. Why everybody want to come in here now? It's crazy.
It's 9 o'clock, right? We live.
A little late.
You booked the session.
But well, come on in. The water's fine.
You booked the session, but shit booked up. Nigga ain't read.
Who?
You said you booked it for him.
Yeah, what's his name?
Red.
It's Red.
It's Red.
Tell Drake.
Yeah, he in Studio A.
He said he got from
at
9
10
to
o'clock.
1.
No, from 10 to 3. It's on there. It's his session from 10 to 3.
It wasn't a Red. It said for real up there. That's all.
Yeah, Fiji wrote it.
Okay, so 10 to 3.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all see how it go? We live in the business right now. That's how it run. That's how it go down. So you were saying that you wanted people in LA to know that you was from Carolina, and what was it?
Yeah, and then, you know, like the baby was getting on at the same time, and I was just seeing a lot of people represent, you know, post the baby and, you know, put like, you know, we on our Carolina shit, like shout out to the baby. And I was like, that's a dope name. That's something we say, Carolina shit. So, you know, that's the brand. That's what I ran with.
Yeah. So talk about like, so everybody see it now, right? Like everybody see all these clothes, all these people posting it. You got celebrities rocking it. Like it's just popping off. But talk about some of the setbacks that you went through or some of the things that you had to do in order to get the clothing brand to the level that it's at right now.
Man, I remember when I first got my logo designed, then like I was excited. I got all the colors that I wanted. And then I took the logo downtown LA to get it on the side of my pants leg. And the first thing the dude told me was he couldn't do it.
Mm.
And I was like, I mean, I'm stuck because I don't know shit about clothes. You know what I'm saying? I don't know nothing about clothes. I don't know what to do, how to do it. But I know that I'm going to get this logo done. And then I know it's these people downtown LA that print on clothes. So I'm going to get my logo done, take it to them. And when I took it to them, they instantly was like, yeah, we can't do that. And I said, what you mean you can't do it? Like, that just hurt my feelings. It hurt my heart. I said, what you mean? He said, we can't put that logo on the side of your leg. We can either put it on the bottom of the leg or on the top of the leg because you gotta if you want your logo on the side of your leg, you gotta do it on fabric and then make the fabric pants. You can't do it on pants that's already put together. So that's how I ended up with the leg with at the beginning of the clothing brand with the logo just right there at the bottom of the leg. And then once he told me, once I established that I was willing to put the logo on the bottom of the leg, he told me that I had too many colors. So I'm like, all right, yeah, I put the logo on the bottom of the leg. He like, we still can't do it. I'm like, why? He says, too many colors. I said, what you mean? He said, yeah, our machine only do 4 colors. And I had 8 colors. So it was like, where do I go from here, man? I felt discouraged. I felt like you know what I'm saying? But I wasn't willing to bend. I wasn't willing to do 4 colors. So I went on a mission to find somebody who could do 8 colors. And I did.
So that almost like shut the whole concept down. If you wouldn't have stopped that just that man saying that could have shut the whole thing down.
Yeah, if I want to stop, it would have shut the whole thing down. And I actually did stop. Martikia was the one that kept going. She was like, we're going to find somebody who could do it. And she started calling around. And then she found somebody that was like an hour outside of LA that could do it.
So again, like this man built Carolina shit, Underground Rich, the Rich Girls Museum. Back in the days, we did Naps Crew Entertainment. That in itself, that's like 4 or 5 brands, right? And not just brands, not just regular brands, not just saying, yeah, I got this and it's going on. Like really people accepting it and not just accepting it, but embracing it, like taking it on wholeheartedly. Like people is paying $300 for these suits. They paying $400 or $500 for the jackets. Like, what is the common denominator in building a brand that's making everything that you got going catch on?
You got to put your best foot forward. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people make shit and they don't really believe in it, or they believe in it, but they don't want to put all their bread. Like, you know, like hustlers be having like a couple $100,000, but only willing to put 10,000 into what they doing, or 20,000, and then they scale back. Or, you know, let's take it to a smaller level. A hustler might have $10,000, but only want to put $500 to $1,000 towards their dream. But me, I put it all. I put every dollar I got. I go broke behind something I believe in, and I do it all the time. And I don't care. I do it again. You know what I'm saying? And when you put your best foot forward, man, the universe gives you what the universe got to give you back what you put in. You know what I'm saying? So I always put my best foot forward in anything I do.
Nah, for sure. Shout outs to Tawana. We just seen you commenting up there. We got AJ, we got T-Bone. What up to all y'all, man? We love you too, bro. So drop 3 jewels if you can that you would give to either an artist or an entrepreneur that's building a brand. So one right there was put your best foot forward.
Best foot forward. Number 2 is stay consistent. Stay consistent. You know, a lot of brands come out with stuff and then, or just in anything, you know what I'm saying, come out with stuff and fall off, and then gotta come back and then fall off again. You gotta stay consistent. And number 3 is keep the quality at a high level, no matter what it is you're doing.
So you mentioned that you was in LA, you know, that's where Carolina shit kind of got its birth. And then also you came back and built up the museums.
Yeah.
What was it that you seen while you was out there that you took and brought it and applied it here that helped make the businesses successful?
It's crazy. Like, I lived in LA from '07 to 2011. I came back here and applied um, like everything that I thought, everything that I was learning in LA was like really hard on me. Like it was kicking my ass. Like I remember I moved out there and I had the Benz truck. I had the Benz van. We called it a Benz truck.
Yeah.
And we called it the Mercedes coupe.
Yeah.
Because I had a coupe too. But when I moved to LA, they called it a Mercedes van. And they said, J.White, why the fuck you got a Mercedes van, man? You don't even got no kids. Like, we feel like kids riding in the back. And then I had the Mercedes. I called it the coupe. And they called it the little itty bitty Mercedes car. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? I learned a lot. I learned how to take my path very serious in LA because a lot of those guys I was around, they take their path really serious. You know what I'm saying? Like they not trying to front and make it look like they doing something. They really doing what they look like niggas there would rather look plain and really work hard versus niggas here. We rather look like we doing something. We ain't doing shit. And you know what I'm saying? I just got into an opposite mindset the first time I moved here. I moved in, moved back. So that's how I ended up starting this studio, you know what I'm saying, and just really getting on my grind with shit. And then the second time I moved there was 2016. 2016. I moved there from 16 to like 2019. And it was crazy because then I took what I learned in North Carolina back to LA, and I was really a North Carolina nigga. Like you couldn't tell me nothing. I beat your ass in LA if you try to step on what I represent. You know what I'm saying? This is what I represent. This is who I am. You know what I'm saying? And I learned the same thing again. It was like I learned how to really take everything I'm doing serious. I learned how to think something in my head and really start getting it done instead of just, continuously wishing I can get it done. Does that make sense? Like,
I get what you're saying. So you mentioned that you brought the energy here. You built the studio, right?
Yeah.
And early on, I remember the same exact studio being Chop House, right?
Yeah.
And then I remember that there was a split, and it was a kind of a vibe in the air for a second, but y'all brought it back, and it's all love.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's important for people to understand, like, how to maybe not see eye to eye with a person or have a disagreement, but still be able to move past it. And I think y'all did that. Drop some of the jewels on how y'all was able to do that.
Basically, they was able to start their own business and see all the stuff that I was going through. You know what I'm saying? The stuff that I was telling them that I was trying to accomplish, they couldn't really see it because they were young. Chop House was young guys, and they weren't yet businessmen. But I was naturally a businessman and a little older. And when they went and started their own business, and the landlord telling them that they can't smoke, and niggas violating them and smoking, saying to the point where they getting kicked out of their buildings and stuff like that. That's when they realized then J.White wasn't saying nothing wrong. You know what I'm saying? Everything he was trying to teach us was golden. So, they just had to see it for themselves, see everything that I was trying to tell them for themselves, and see I wasn't trying to harm their brand, you know what I'm saying, or take over their brand. I was, just really just trying to stay business, you know what I'm saying? And they are, Chop House is a big family, you know what I'm saying? So it's hard for them to stay business because they're a really big family that love to have a good time, and I was just running a business. So like I said, once they moved out and got their own building, they had to see that we got to run this like a business, or these landlords is not gonna put up with it.
Nah, that's hard. So like you said, we both said, like right now you're running multiple business, right? And one of the things I respect about the businesses is that you have the ability to be able to pull away and go do other things that you need to do, and the business can still function, right? Mm-hmm. How do you carve that out? Like, how do people build a business that's able to maintain itself even when they're not there?
I don't know. I can't even tell you that cameras, cameras everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
You ain't got nothing for the people, man.
I mean,
because you're doing it, so obviously, and you're not just doing it; you've done it over and over again. So obviously, you understand something about
you got. Well, okay, then you got to have the right team around you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got to have the right team around you that understand the vision and that want to be a part of the vision, and you know, a trusting team will carry you a long way.
For sure. For sure. So some people might not know this, but for a while you was doing merch with Anthony Hamilton. Mm-hmm. I think you tour managed BJ, the Chicago Kid.
Yep, yep.
Of course you work with myself, like I said, Eastside, Tico B. Outside of that, even though you've been around the music and in the space with the recording studio for a really long time, I haven't really seen you get behind too many artists. What is the reasoning behind that?
It's loyalty. I'm big on loyalty. You know, when I get with people, I put my all into it, and I just don't want to put my all into people that's not worth it. So I'm just real careful about who I invest my time and energy with.
Yeah, I got you. And we've never had this conversation, right? But like, what was going through your mind when I was in my transitional phase and decided that I ain't really want to do the music like that no
more? You know what's crazy?
What's that?
I thought about that. I thought about that yesterday because Jay-Z looked just like you. You know what I'm saying? And when Jay-Z was rapping, you know, I felt like you was discouraged in ways that would have just been, it's like everybody's you now. All these rappers is you. All these rappers wear big clothes, got dreads, you know what I'm saying? And trying to eat right and, you know what I'm saying, live a healthy life, and they marry, and like that's who you always been. I mean, even when you was a wild dude, you know what I'm saying, you had that in your heart. So, you know, when you transition, you had told me, you was like, yo, I think rapping, like, it ain't even me. Like, I don't even like the business side. You know, I think you living through me. And I was like, dang, maybe you right. Maybe I am living through you. Maybe I'm pushing you too hard. Like, you talented as hell, but if it's not in you, then, you know what I'm saying? But we was just ahead of our time, though. You know, that's really what it boiled down to. We was just really ahead of our time. We was out of high school with this shit. You know what I'm saying? Going crazy.
Yeah. And I want to touch on that for people that don't know, like, how it played out for us. So basically, like you said, I started rapping in high school, me and my man Jael. Yo, big up to everybody shouting out Naps too. Big Jeff was there with us. It was Naps Crew Entertainment. My man Jael came up with the name Naps, and I gave it the acronym. The Naps stood for Now and Always Portraying Self. So we knew that was the foundation. So we knew that no matter what, we had to be who we was, and that's just how it rolled. But so we started out the battles and all that type of stuff in high school. Then we got a little bit older. I think it was right around graduation time, and we both had we had third shift jobs at FedEx, right? And we would work for like a whole week and a half, 2 weeks, whatever the increment was. That check was maybe like $150, $200. And this man looked at me and said, yo, I'll put up my whole check and we can go in on this studio time and let's make it shake. And that's what we did. We put it together and went in the studio. One of the first songs I recorded was a song called The Cack Joint. The Cack Joint plays on 102 Jams one time. Shout out to Cap J. Shout out to Showdown, Court Digger, Sean D. The Cack Joint plays one time, and a rep from Electra happened to be riding from New York to Atlanta, heard the song, pulls over, gets in touch with us, and like a week later, we sitting in New York in Sylvia Rome's office.
Yeah.
And from that spawned all right. So the song was called The Cack Joint. It had a sample in it, a major sample. You and Greg found the sample, right? You ride with our uncle, you know, he like, BD, I think you should take this and flip it. We go to King James, he chop it up. Electra like it. Come to find out, this sample is Billy Joel. They want $50,000 for the sample, and Billy Joel wants 100% of the publishing.
Yeah.
For those of y'all that don't know what that means, that means that we're not gonna make any bread off of this song. And then the process to get the sample cleared. All right, so Billy Joel say we take the song to Billy Joel. They had to track him down, not us physically, but like some reps from the label, get the song to Billy Joel, had to track him down wherever he was. That's a 6-month process. He says he likes the song, but he don't want no cursing in it. So now we got to go back in the studio. You remember we had the version with Anthony Hamilton on there singing on the hook.
Oh man,
yeah, man.
We forgot about that.
Yeah, we had to go back in the.
I forgot about that.
We had to go back in the.
Got that song?
I don't know where that song is. I could probably find it.
You gotta find that, man.
Yeah,
Anthony Hamilton.
We had to go back in the studio, re-record the song with no profanity, and then they had to go and track Billy Joel down again. So by this time, an entire year has passed. The anticipation and all the hype around this record is dying down. But I was fortunate enough to be put on a tour with who was the tour with? The tour was with Ludacris, Chingy, David Banner, this cat named Nocturnal. That's who I was on the bus with. It was called the Chicken and Beer Tour. So we pressed up 5,000 CDs to pass out on the tour. In the middle of the tour, Elektra Records ends up being bought out by Warner. So we are now out of a deal. And it's time to go home, and we still got these 5,000 CDs. And we like, what do we do with these 5,000 CDs? And we look at each other and just say, let's go sell them. And that's how, you know, we successfully sold over 250,000 CDs hand to hand. I just wanted to get that little brief history for, you know, it's been a lot of time since we've been out there, but I wanted to get that brief history for people that might not know.
And that's what I mean when I say y'all niggas weren't out there in the cold with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I look at a lot of cats like now, you know, that I'm glad that I built this empire, the studio, and you know what I'm saying, people come through like a motherfucking support, and I don't take that for granted. But I also remember when it was fucking blistering cold outside, and we was standing out there selling CDs just to pay the rent. Like, that's how we ate. If we didn't sell CDs, we didn't eat. So it didn't matter if it was 4 degrees, nigga. We outside with gloves on, standing at the Shell gas station. Hey, check out my nigga Brandon D CD. It's $5. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, well, cats don't even realize how sweet y'all got it.
Yeah. Yeah, you can now just upload, put it out all over the world. You can record a song tonight and have it spread out all over the world the same night. But yeah, that was a wild story, man. So it wasn't just myself that you saw talent in, but you saw talent in Issa, you saw talent in Tigo, and there was a few other cats. And now I see you got your eyes on this new cat, Ray Leon, Rich Girls Ray, some people know him as. What is it that you're looking for when you're looking towards an artist? Like, what is that thing that you spotting or that you noticing that you like, man, I could really get behind this?
Loyalty. You know, loyalty beats talent. You know what I'm saying? Like Ray, he's a dope artist. You know, when I first heard him, I hear a lot of dope artists. I own the hottest studio in North Carolina. I hear a lot of dope artists, but them niggas they not loyal. they only loyal for what they think that you could do for them in the moment. You know what I'm saying? So you'll notice like some people will like get close to me. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll meet me, get some studio time, dap them up, tell me to listen to their music. You know what I'm saying? Feel like they close to me, come a couple times. And because I'm not really paying them no attention, they'll fall all the way off and stop coming. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And, or, you know, like it's like loyalty is everything. You know what I'm saying? You got to be loyal to yourself, number one. If you're not loyal to yourself, then you can't be loyal to nothing you're doing. You know what I'm saying? If you got to be loyal to yourself. And Ray, you know, he a cat that's loyal to himself. You know, he figured out how to record himself. You know what I'm saying? He learned how to record his own music. He learned how to holler at producers to get them to throw him beats. You know what I'm saying? He was willing to work at the studio for free. He worked at the studio as an intern. And I mean, taking out trash, cleaning, mopping the bathroom, stuff like that for over 2 months before I gave him a position as a front desk person. You know what I'm saying? He did a great job as the front desk person. And then, you know, he slowly started working on being an engineer at the studio. And then when I seen him outgrow front desk to become a great engineer, I was like, hey, bro, it's time for you to stop working front desk. All that's loyalty. So even when we was down, the studio was down for a whole year, you know what I'm saying, over a year. You know, Ray came in every day and helped put the floors down, put the walls up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's hard. So right now, man, we got a lot of people that are requesting to hear the CAC joint. Nikki, what's going on? Shout out to my wife, Nikki. She behind the scenes on the production end. Y'all see all the comments coming across the screen. She handling that. You know, that's part of having a good team behind you. But
hey,
real
Coley,
quick,
I need your copy.
Coley, yeah, we need that copy, Coley. Shout out to DRL Tunes on the check-in. My cousin Dylan, Chris York. What up, man?
What up,
Chris York.
Yeah, man. So Big Phil, what it do? So yeah, babe, let's go ahead and roll that CAC joint video. And for the record, I love the song, but I hated this video, man. Let's go ahead and run it.
Hold up. I gotta turn.
Yeah. Brandon D, nigga. Yeah. Naps Crew, nigga. We get high, sit low. Cadillac, 6-fold. Battle rap, spit flow. Heavy max, hit pose. Carry max, hit fold. Dog fights, pit bulls. Yo, might get close till you hear that. Give me space, no sex. Give me face, don't twist. Get it straight, long spliffs. Give me straight, long trips. Any state, new shit. Innovate, yo shit. Anyway, want this any day. Stomp with new kicks in your face. No shit, then we skate. And we riding off in the Carolina resident. Marijuana residue. Sticky green to get your ass up. From the C-A-R-O-L-I-N-A, the motherfucking north side. Niggas can't stop us, but they sure try. See me with your bitch, whipping your ride. I be the reason shorty waist is getting more wide. 2 or 3 niggas, get the 4 or 5. We supersize, dude. The click is small fries, and we gon' spit a whole lot of shit at y'all guys. With your weak flows, bitch, I keep flows. Battle me, better be with your street clothes. Wherever I go, took a piercing street goes. Where the bullets flying, pierce the street poles. I grips the heat close, reps the East Coast. Love hydro and chicks with deep throats. Brandon D, how dumb can you be? I put it down for the family, nigga. From the tell them hoes, meet us at Deborah Rose, bring a sack and some blunts. Bring it back. What a mouse got goes in them, pockets got O's in them. Big guns roll with them, haters get holes in them. Latest whips roll in them, dubs on them, gangsta shit, dub on them. Told niggas we was gon' make it, hit the club on them. Shit pack, hold up, get back. 4 motherfucker gets. Come on now. I know that's your girl, calm down. Lower your voice and put your fucking arms down. to all my niggas to swarm down. Get one of your jaws found under a bridge in a small town. Come on now, nicer than this. Nobody. I mean with the rap skills, nice with the fist. Precise aim, get sliced with the fifth. Drive like a champion, nice with the whips. That helps when I wanna spend nights with your bitch. She tell me that I'm mean, but I'm nice with the dick. Niggas try to grill, hit they ice with the pick. I'm always on time, I write with the tick, bitch. We from the
like 5 years old when that homie was driving around.
Yeah. Hey, look, I'm gonna tell y'all a story about that truck on that day. You remember this? So the truck, we had to get repairs. I don't know if y'all know, but Land Rovers, Range Rovers, all that, it costs a whole lot of money to get repaired, right?
Yes, sir.
So we had to get the truck repaired. I can't remember what the cost was, but I can remember that we could not afford it. So the truck, Range Rover, over off of Battleground, they wouldn't give us the truck back because we couldn't afford to get the work done.
Yeah.
So we had an additional set of keys. So we went and sold the truck from Range Rover to shoot the video.
Did we, bro?
Yes, man.
Oh, shit.
Took the truck from Range Rover to shoot the video. And
We
then
was
took the
definitely
truck
on
back.
some gangster shit. And left that motherfucker up there.
Yeah.
And we took it back and never picked it up again. That bitch still up there. And that motherfucker, you can roll past Range Rover right now in the back of the lot, and that truck is still back there, bro.
Yeah, man. But yeah, man. Yo, if any of y'all got questions, you know, go ahead and chime in. Whatever questions you got, we're gonna address them real quick. What else I got for you? So, yo, you used to live in Claremont. You went back and forth between Claremont and Douglas Park. So you went to both Page and Grimsley. Which one was better? Grimsley. Why Grimsley over Page?
Man, Page was like, you know, I grew up in Claremont, so Page was like real gangster, you know what I'm saying? And Grimsley was like fun, you know what I'm saying?
Fuck Page. And the Grizzly Page game Friday, tomorrow.
Oh, for real?
Bet that.
Yeah.
That's Big Jeff behind the scene.
Yeah, I like Grimsley better than Page.
Nick, what up?
I might have been in prison if I stayed at Page.
For real?
Yeah.
So I got another one. Give me your wildest Big Jeff story.
Whoa.
Them shit still happening.
Give me one, man. We need one.
My wildest Big Jeff
Come on,
story.
come up in the camera, Big Jeff. This our homeboy, Big Jeff. He been down from day one, always repping. Show the tattoo off, Big Jeff.
No. For life, my nigga.
Yeah.
He just crushed my toe.
My wildest Big Jeff story was
Revay, what up?
Probably the hotel. When we got in that wreck and had to sleep in that damn hotel.
My wildest Big Jeff story that I never, ever, ever forget
Eddie King.
is when we caught this nigga. We was on some no eating pork shit in high school, on some 5% of shit, God body shit, no eating pork. You know what I'm saying? And we was a team. So we was a team that said we not eating pork. And then one day our school bus got to school early. Jeff was on football.
Mm-hmm.
He played football and shit, so he was always there early before us. So then we got in there early. We went in the damn lunch, the cafeteria to eat breakfast, and Jeff in there with a ham sandwich. So we like,
Jamal, what up?
We like, Jeff, what the fuck, nigga? You eating pork? He said, bro, this ain't pork. This ham. This nigga. Yeah, that was my story right there for Jeff, man. I never
Tap
forget that shit.
money on the check-in. What up, Tap?
Tap, what up, dog?
Already.
That's what's up, man.
What's your wildest story?
My wildest bit. I don't even want to put him out there like that, man. Should I do it, man?
Look at him.
Should I do it,
Look
Big
at
Jeff?
his face.
Should I do it? Don't do it. Don't do it.
He
I
said,
ain't gonna
"Don't
to
do
him,
it."
man. How has your supply chain been this past year? I've tried to support some local brands, but they can't get the apparel to restock. How your supply chain been this year?
Who's that?
From Terror. That's Terror. Out in the Raleigh-Durham area.
What
She
up,
always
Terror?
supported, always held it down.
What she asking?
What's the supply chain looking like on the Carolina shit clothes? Like, have you had any supply chain hiccups?
What does that mean?
Have you had
Have
any
your
problems
clothes
getting
been
your
held
clothes?
up?
Couldn't get them shipped.
Oh no, it's been good. You just gotta find the right supplies. I follow this guy. Damn, I can't remember his name right now, but he owns the Black College. What's the Black College? The famous Black College clothing.
I know what you're talking about.
Support Black colleges.
Support Black colleges.
Yeah.
Tap into the guy with the that looks Indian.
Corey.
Nah.
Oh, okay.
He looks Indian and he got cornrows. Tap in with him and follow his page. He give you $1 million worth of game.
Mm.
You can't go wrong.
Mm.
The support Black colleges. Follow him. Find out who the owners is, and it's the light skinned guy with the cornrows that look like he in Black Eyed Peas. Follow him, and you can't go wrong. He'll give you all the game you need. I swear to God.
Nah, for sure. So is there anything you want to say to upcoming artists or upcoming entrepreneurs?
Man, just stay down. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't give up.
Oh, Ivy on the check-in from Cumberland.
300 already. I can't even do it. Goddamn, put this shit on the
big
inside.
as hell.
That
Big as hell. That
shit
boy
on
gotta
the
make a way
inside.
round here
That
to
shit on the
get. Yeah,
inside.
there you go. There you go. There you go.
300. You know it, my nigga. For life.
Nah, you just wanna just stay down, stay hard working. Like, don't never stop working. Don't take no breaks. Have a path. Read books. Look at YouTube inspirational videos. Study the people who you inspire to be the most.
Nah, for sure. And if there is one piece of life advice that you've taken that's helped you more than anything else, what would that be?
You can't count the naps because the naps
Can't count,
nigga.
You can't count the naps because the naps can't count.
Yeah.
But look, man, I think that's going to about wrap it up unless y'all got any more questions that come through real quick. But I just want to say, man, I really appreciate everybody getting up here, checking in with us, having a good time. We're going to keep this thing going, keep this knowledge and information flowing. And y'all just be on the lookout, man. It's the You Did What podcast where exceptional people drop exceptional gems.
We out.
Peace. Love you too, baby.